Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we're starting in Isabela, which is about an hour south of Bacolod, and we're going to ride to the Hinakpan Chocolate Hills in Negros, and it is about an hour journey. Now, these are often called the Chocolate Hills of Negros due to their resemblance to Bohol's more famous formation. And when we get there, we can have a look. But as we set off from Isabela, the roads are quite flat. There's lots of sugarcane in this area. Which does mean you can speed a little bit. But today is a beautiful day. It is rainy season here, so when we get there, it is very green. But everything is really green and lush here at the minute. There is a series of little villages that you go through. It is very scenic. Hopefully we're not going to be stuck behind him for very long. And there we go. So this part of the journey still is a bit flat. We will start going uphill. The road conditions along this part, are very good. But as you're riding through here, it is very aromatic. You can smell, the sugar cane as you're riding along. But that is a great view to be looking at, especially after all the rain we've had lately. So there are lots of trees along the side of the road along here, and lots of nice little barangays. But these are beautiful roads to actually ride on. So there's some rice being dried out at the side of the road, which is quite common once you get out of the cities. One of the many bridges that you'll come across on Negros, rice being dried on it. So in this area, you'll see lots more fruit and vegetable stores at the side of the road. And they do everything from watermelons, pineapple, pumpkins, avocados. So they are worth stopping at, very cheap to top your fruit and veg upon, and very fresh. And this area is full of long sweeping curves, which is really nice to ride along. So one of the main advantages of riding down to Negros's Chocolate Hills, it's more remote, so it means it's also less crowded than Bohol. The drawback is there's no major tourist facilities, so it does make it far better if you want a more off the beat adventure, you know, or to take photos. You know, when we get there, I get the drone out and you can see some drone shots. And it is very popular with locals because it has got a real peaceful vibe and it has some good panoramic views. If you are going to go, I would recommend that you went on bike, not a car. The last bit of the road's not that great. You know, there are plenty of places to stop along the way here, you know, to get water or to get a coffee. But, you know, it is always advisable to take water with you. And the best thing to me down this area is it's not officially been developed for tourism, so it is quite raw, as you see the Philippines, but it's really quiet and authentic. So doing some repairs after all the flooding recently. These beautiful bends. And I've got to admit, this was probably one of the best journeys I've done so far in the Philippines. Really relaxing. And really scenic. There was so much to see and do along this route. And I look forward to actually doing this route again and go and visiting some of the other places that I spotted along here. So one of the good things about the Philippines is riding motorbikes, especially once you get out of the cities. The countryside is absolutely stunning, and a lot of the roads are really good for riding along. And I've got to admit, I do enjoy all these little twisties. A lot of this part of Negros is not really well developed, but that doesn't mean to say, you know, it hasn't got its own beauty. about time we overtook him. When he knows which lady's going in. This is a really enjoyable ride, I have to admit. You just can't beat riding on these roads in the Philippines. So this is the road that heads out to the Chocolate Hills. At the minute, this is the best bit of the road. It does get a bit rough, so that's why I would never bring a car down here. But you can start seeing some of the Chocolate Hills. At the minute, they're green because it's been raining, but in the dry season, they all go brown. So one of the biggest has this big cross on the top. You can walk up, as you can see the people there below. But this is the view when you're on the top. And you can see the long winding road that you come down. And I'll show you some more of it with the drone. Way up looking down. So you can see all these hills around, and it is so peaceful around here. Guys, I hope you've liked the video. If you enjoy the video, give us a like. You know, put your comments down below. What do you think of the video? And subscribe to the channel, because it always helps me, you know, thinking about new videos to actually make that people find interesting. But for now, take care and enjoy the last of the video.